Yeah, I'm Boys Back. Welcome back to the channel. My name's Darren, also known as Wolfskin, and today we're going to be looking at how I set up one of my toy photography shots. Let's go. So I made one of these videos a while back. However, it was super long. Not very good, in all honesty. I feel like I've learned a little bit since then. Maybe, we'll see. But today I was inspired by the Mortal Kombat film. So last weekend had the pleasure of watching Mortal Kombat in the cinema. Absolutely loved it, and I've done nothing but think about the film ever since, and I really want to get a shot done for it. I picked up the McFarlane figures, so one of the Scorpion, I think there's a couple, but I have one of them, one of the Scorpion figures. I'm going to set it up using my normal workflow today with the monitor, with a diorama base. I'm going to take you guys exactly step by step through it, and hopefully get something cool at the end. Okay. So in terms of the setup, this is fairly basic actually. I stream a lot as well as make video content, so I use this big softbox here. That works out well for pretty much all of my photos when I need a little bit of extra light. I have one of these, tiny little newer light that I got on Amazon, super cheap. You can stick little gels in the front of it as well if you want to get like you know, a different color or anything like that. And that's pretty much the setup for today. We're going to be shoving the figure on this little diorama base, but if you don't have one of them, it's fine. You can get away with just not shooting the legs of the figure and still getting a really cool effect with this. So we're going to move on to the next bit, which is actually putting the figure down. This is probably the most challenging. So I have here the figure that we're going to be shooting today, good old Scorpion. In order to keep him where I want him, I'm going to be using this, which is just some heavy duty wire, so we can bend, pose that in whichever way we want to hold him up, depending on what pose we want to do. And then I have these, which are from like aquariums or reptile house style things. These will help me kind of build up the forest scene behind. So my idea for this shot really is to have Scorpion in his signature, you know, kind of get over here sort of pose. So I wanted, you know, kind of one arm back, the back leg is bent, the front leg is outstretched. He's going to have the chain here. My idea is I'm going to outstretch this over towards the camera to look like it is sort of grabbed hold of the front of the lens. We're going to add a little bit of light in to give it that nice kind of, you know, sort of fiery fill that we would expect from Scorpion. And then here we just have one of the aquarium, you know, sort of tree stumps here in the foreground. And then we've got a couple plants here to sort of separate Scorpion from the background a little bit. I'll probably adjust them a little bit for the shot itself, but now I'm going to turn the camera on its side, snap the shot, and then we'll see the result. So that's it for today. I only had a little bit of spare time on my lunch break to try and put this whole thing together, so apologies if it's a little bit rough around the edges, but hopefully it gives you an idea of how you can use very minimal things to achieve, you know, quite a cool looking effect. I used the diorama that I built myself. You don't have to use this. You can get the same effect by just, you know, cutting out the feet of the figure and shooting against a cool backdrop, or using a portrait mode or aperture mode on your phone, or obviously a low f-stop on a camera to kind of blur out a lot of the background. You know, you can get away with a lot these days. You know, with your phone, with your camera, you don't need all these elaborate sets and stuff to create this style of shot. The second thing I wanted to say was just a really quick thank you to people that have been dropping by, supporting the channel, you know, dropping me messages, sending stuff on Instagram. Really appreciate it. As you can see, the setup has changed. I've moved house. My work has changed recently, and restrictions here in the UK have lifted a little bit. So I've been out a little bit more. The weather's been nice. However, I'm settled. I'm all in. and now it's time to knuckle down and get some content on the channel for you guys. So coming really soon in weekly intervals from here on out will be more toy shots, more figure stuff, maybe some Instagram things thrown into the mix as well. And my gameplay things have now moved over to Twitch, so I'm no longer going to be streaming here on YouTube. All of that is now moving to Twitch for the foreseeable future, just so I can have just my gaming interest there and my photography and, you know, toy stuff over here. I'm gonna try and not have too much going on in one place. Anyway, I'm rambling. I'm out. I'll see you next time. Bye.